Hello, hello, good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may be or whenever you may be watching. Welcome everyone back. It's been a crazy long time. So let me just gather myself. I need to get familiar with this setup, so give me a second. Okay, so hello, welcome everybody back. Over 1.5 years, almost 2 years. You didn't hear from me anything, and now I'm back. So yeah, first of all, who could have thought that in 2 years we will have a worldwide pandemic? So I hope you're all safe, you're all healthy, you're all doing well. I think no one saw that coming when in the end of 2019 I said I will be back in 1 year. I think no one could have even thought that there would be a worldwide pandemic in the next year. So, yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Okay, so the next logical question you might be asking is what are you doing here? Why are you live streaming now? And why haven't you uploaded the video you promised to do on the 1st of 2021? Well, as the title says, let's talk. I have some things I need to tell you because a lot has happened in the time. As I said, it was almost 2 years, and I just want to bring you back up to speed with what's been going on. So, first of all, a lot has happened, but of course I can't tell you all of it, all the private things that have happened, but I can tell you about the official, the YouTube news, if you want to call it like that. The reason why I didn't upload the video as I promised is basically I didn't have time because it was like December 2020 and I thought like, oh shit, it's almost January, and then I didn't have time to make anything. And as the year went on and on, I just forgot it. I just forgot about it, and now there has been a gap with more time, a gap in school where we don't have to do so much. Now the summer holidays, the vacations are coming in. So yeah, I've just thought, well, let's do it. let's bring them this info news live stream. And I didn't do a video because I don't want to write a script. I don't want to edit it and upload it. And it's actually weird because I don't have a script in front of me. It's like I'm just talking what comes to my mind. So yeah, please excuse me if I say something wrong or mess up a sentence. It's not like I have a script that I'm reading here. Okay, but enough with the random talking. Let's get to the facts. What has been happening in those years? First of all, the question is, well, actually, you're seeing my monitor here. This is my desktop background. It's not like an image or something. What is the situation with my computer? I said I quit doing YouTube at that time because I needed to get a new PC. I needed to get a new computer. So you may be asking, well, it's been almost 2 years. How does the situation look like? And I can tell you. Let me just show you something. I have some things I want to talk about. Yeah, here. Okay, so I just took a photo just before the live stream, and this is it. This is my new computer. Let me just see. Yeah, you should be seeing that. Okay, yeah, perfect. So yeah, that is my new computer. That is my new setup I have. It's of course you only see the case, but I promise there is hardware inside it. I know it looks a little bit dusty, but okay, who cares? So yeah, this is my new computer. For anyone who is interested, it has an Intel i9 9900K processor, an NVIDIA RTX 2060 graphics card, 32 gigabytes of RAM, I think 3000 megahertz or something like that. A normal Asus motherboard and a 600 watt power supply, so it is a decently beefy PC, to be honest. I will show you what it looks like in X-Plane in just a second. I mean, you all remember the frame rate from 2 years ago, like 9 frames a second or something. I can show you what it looks like now. But yeah, I mean, it's not the best, but it's well better than my laptop from before. And yeah, speaking about my setup, because I now have a desktop PC, I also have monitors. As you might be able to tell if you know a little bit about computers, you can see here I can move it around because I have more than one. Actually, I have 2 monitors now. So you see my second monitor here. This is to my right side. And left to that is my main monitor where all my streaming hardware is. I can actually show you that. There you go. That's my main monitor. Yes, the YouTube live feed, and this is my recording software. So yeah, 2 monitors. I actually didn't bought a second monitor for particularly flying or like just video game playing. I bought it for school because we had a lot of homeschooling, and it was just way easier to have 2 monitors to have like a, I don't know, video conference on one and then the tasks we had to do on the other. So like that's the whole reason why I bought it. But now it's useful also for flying. Yeah, so that's my new setup in a nutshell. And yes, to answer the logic question, I have been able to get a new PC, and I can run X-Plane now at a phenomenal frame rate. Let me actually show you some of my recent flights. I always record them. Let me just look up if I can find something. Let me just see, maybe my last flight. Hang on 1 second. As I said, it's the first time that I'm streaming for like 2 years, so I need to get back into it. Well, that was a flight from, don't let me say anything wrong, Copenhagen to Stockholm with a Scandinavian Airlines A319. And wow, that's loud. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm sorry. Here, so yeah, you don't see it, right? Oh God, no. What did I do? Wait. Professional. Oh, I didn't know you can swipe between the videos. Okay, let me just show you. Let me just get the landing for you. 1 sec. Here, I can show you that. So you have, I can explain the stream overlay. Let me just get the audio right for you, so you can hear me still. Yeah, okay, that's good. So I always record my flights. I have a stream overlay over it, so let me just go through it with you. At the top here, right at the top, this is the progress bar. So you see we're almost at the destination airport. I mean, you can see the runway right in front. Then we have the departure airport. This is Copenhagen. The arriving airport, the ETA, so the estimated time of arrival. Then we have the UTC, so the standard universal time, or call sign, Scandinavian Airlines 46 Mike or Scandinavian 46 Mike. This just shows us if I'm online on VetSim or not, which I was. Then we have our altitude in feet. I think it is it's not above ground, it's above sea level. Our ground speed, knots, our heading in degrees, and our vertical speed in feet per minute. And at the bottom here we have the METAR for the closest airport. So not every airport, but arriving or departing airport. And down here we have the frame rate. And yeah, let me just, while we watch that landing, and you can have a look at the frame rate down here, which is phenomenal. I mean, from 9 FPS up to like 70, you can see at some times there, it's just wow. So yeah, let's just watch the landing. I mean, you hear it in the background, I don't, but I tell you a little bit about it. So yeah, my computer now can run this at sometimes 80-90 frames per second, which is like wow. You may be realizing I'm not flying the A320 from Flight Factor anymore, which is right. This is the towless A319 I'm flying now, and I'm also thinking about buying the A321 from towless. And I'm gonna tell you the reason, but let's just look at the landing. It was a pretty good landing, like one of my best landings. So I'll shut up and you can watch the landing.
minimum 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
And there is the rollout. What a wonderful landing that has been. So yeah, the reason basically is Flight Factor. Well, it was a great aircraft. It mostly was an expensive aircraft, but it was a great aircraft. But the problem was, even my computer couldn't handle it. Like in places like Paris, Charles de Gaulle, for example, where the airport is like so huge, so massive, and the computer has to render so many things. Even my PC started to struggle, and I had like 15, 20 FPS, and I said no, thanks. So I looked around and I found Tolus, which sells these A319 and A321 models for X-Plane, and they are even licensed by Airbus. So yeah, we saw the landing, and you now also see how the flight simulator now looks and how it runs. So I can show you what I mean. Tolus. So I switched to Tolus. I bought the Tolus A319. Let me just show you the website. That's this one right here. So yeah, Tolus Simulation Solution, and they're officially licensed a product by Airbus. And well, basically I bought it the A319, which I think you can see here. Yeah, A319, this is what I bought. Basically for two reasons. First, it is way more detailed than the Flight Factor. I mean, the Flight Factor was detailed, don't get me wrong, but the Tolus is on a whole another level. Like, I mean, it's licensed by Airbus, so you have to have some system depth in there. And the second one, even though it is so detailed, it runs phenomenally smoothly. I mean, it doesn't make a real difference if I fly this standard Cessna or this high detailed model by Tolus. Like the FPS only changed by like 5 instead of like 60 for the Flight Factor. So yeah, those are like two big main reasons why I switched, and I don't regret it at all. This plane is like the best you can have. And it is even cheaper than the Flight Factor. So if anyone wants to hear my opinion, or yeah, wants to decide Tolus or Flight Factor, Jesus Christ, go with the Tolus, please. Yeah, so good, so good. So I showed you what my flight simulator now looks like. I mean, while I talk, we can look at some other flights I have had. And then I'm gonna tell you about something else. Let me just take a look at what I have here. Give me a second. Man, I feel like I need a third monitor. Okay, sorry. No, that's not a flight. That's something different. Ah, that looks like a flight. Yes, this is from... Oh yeah, that was quite a bumpy one. That was from... I'm gonna show it to you in a second. Just give me 1 second. That is a flight from... in Finland, from Helsinki to a little small town up in the north. And I done the approach in like horrible weather. And as good as a pilot I am, of course I turned auto thrust, auto pilot and flight directors off. So here is what that looked. Wait, you're gonna get the sound in a second. There you go. And yeah, you can see it was like bumpy as hell. But while this is going, let me just tell you about something else I got new, which are my flight controls. Yes, you may or may not remember my old flight controls. I had the Thrustmaster T1600M, yes, correct, or 16,000M. I don't remember if there was a zero more or not. And I had the Thrustmaster TFRP or TFPR rudder pedals. Well, I got new ones there as well. I actually don't have a photo ready for you right now, but I can show it to you in the on the internet in a second. Yeah, I'm just gonna play the landing, which was absolutely terrible. But I mean, the weather couldn't have been more terrible.
40, 30, 20, retard, retard, 10, 5.
Ouch. Yeah, that hurt. But okay, so yeah, you can see it runs pretty smoothly, and I mean, it looks amazing. I have a mod for the clouds and the ground texture installed. I have how's it called? I don't know, but I have follow me cars. Yeah, you're gonna see that. I have so many add-ons. Did I get a follow me car here? I thought I did. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, right. I have the follow me mod, so you can see a follow me car right there. Wait, why isn't it going forward? Yeah, there's the follow me car, and you also get a marshaller to marshal you into your parking position. And I also have the add-on where like all jetways in X-Plane are automatically replaced with functioning ones, and oh my god, it's so cool just to go to any airport and all the jetways work. Like not the static ones you have default, but like they all work. I know it costs something, but I think it's totally worth it. So yeah, you can see the marshaller right there. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let me just show you what my new flight controls look like. They're from Thrustmaster again, actually, and I think you can, yeah, you can probably guess what they are. I got my hands. I don't know how I did it. Probably must have killed someone for that, but I got my hands on these bad boys here. On the there you go. On the Thrustmaster TCA Airbus Edition Officer Pack, which, well, is amazing. Let me just say it like that. I have the side stick, the thrust, throttle lever, and I also, on top of that, got. That's live television. I also got the add-ons for the thrust lever, so like the whole package, which I don't regret buying at all. And for the rudder, I have also a new one because my feet started to hurt with the other one, and I didn't really like it anymore. So I don't know this name, but it is from Cytec, and yeah, here, there it is. I have the Logitech G Cytec Pro Flight rudder pedals under my desk right now, and God, they feel like, yeah, amazing. So that is my current setup. In retro view, it's way more professional. It has way more power, and yeah, the flight controls are just genius. With the TCA, it feels like you fly a real Airbus, and those rudder pedals help it also to achieve that feeling. So I'm really pleased with everything I have right now. So those are my flight controls. This is my new computer. You now saw how X-Plane looks like. And before I tell you, I know it's already 20 minutes. I planned like 5 or 10 minutes for this, but okay. Maybe I just like to talk. But before I show you or tell you what my plans for the future are, I have to tell you something else, because if you paid attention, you may have realized that in the intro it said something like, let me just get it up for you. Here. It said something like this, XPilot. And you may or may not be wondering, well, what's that good dude gonna do? Gonna rename his channel to XPilot? Well, hell no. No, I'm not gonna do. I actually started a new YouTube channel. It's like, I don't know, 2 months old, 3 months, something like that. And it's called XPilot. And yeah, the intro you saw is the intro I designed for XPilot. And I just didn't use the live stream intro yet because I didn't live stream yet, so I wanted to test it here. And I'm just gonna do a sneaky promo to my other channel, which, as I said, is called XPilot. And let me just show you what I've done there. It hasn't much content on it. I didn't had, as I said, much time for it due to school and so let me just get it up for you. So here, this is my well, you can call it second channel, but this is XPilot. And you will find 5 videos. Can I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 videos until now. There will be much more. And this channel is designated to flying, to aviation. So I will break down complicated aviation fundamental principles. For example, in small videos, I have a playlist here called Quick Aviation, and as the name suggests, this playlist is I break down these principles in under 3 minutes and explain them so everyone can understand them. And yeah, you can find the videos on there, and as I said, there will be much more, and even more than the basic stuff. I plan going more depth in more depth when I have more time for that. The next planned video to release is a review on my flight controls. I just talked and showed you. So if you're interested, check it out, XPilot. You can see it right there, how it looks, how it spells. Yeah, that is my new channel. You can go over there, check it out, and then you will be able to learn something about aviation and also see the review of my new flight controls and maybe my complete hard and software setup if you're interested in that. And with that out of the way, because before I tell you about what's gonna happen to this channel, Mr. Switch, I'm just gonna play the intro for the channel because I like it so much and maybe it inspires you to check it out even more. So let's just look at the intro, and afterwards I will tell you what will happen to Mr. Switch, because yeah, maybe you can think a little ahead and realize, well, that guy just showed us his new channel, so what's gonna happen to this one? But first of all, the intro for XPilot, because I just like it so much, and yeah, the rights on the music in the background were so expensive, so it has to pay off. Well, how do you like that? I think that's a pretty cool and epic intro. I hope you like it as well. Um, um, yeah, now I forgot what I wanted to say, but okay. So yeah, that's a pretty cool intro. And you will be seeing it in the future more often on XPilot. So now to what will happen to Mr. Switch in the future. Well, basically, I can tell it you the long way or the short way, and I'm gonna choose the short way because I have other things to do, and I didn't want it to be that long. So, well, I'm not gonna continue Mr. Switch. That's the short answer. I'm not gonna do it. This will be the last thing I will upload here. I will change on this channel, and afterwards I will just leave it in peace forever. The reason behind it, I can tell you. First of all, I have a new channel. Second of all, Mr. Switch was always like a baby project, if you want to call it, and I mean it took me over some years. I don't know. Let me just check when I first started. In 2017. Jesus Christ, that is long gone. That's like 4 years ago. Well, it's actually more than 4 years because we're now in June. So over 4 years ago, I started with with Mr. Switch, and I mean, we've seen a lot on this channel, to be honest, and I just thought, well, I've grown up. I like new things now, and I want to do things differently. I want to do them better as before. And so I thought, well, then let's just start all over again with a designated aviation channel called X-Pilot. And yeah, that's the reason why I'm discontinuing Mr. Switch. But before you leave, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for everything over those 4 years, for your whole support. I know 50 subscribers doesn't sound like much, and maybe relative to other things or other YouTube channels isn't that much, but I mean, for me, this was like my childhood project. So that even one person cared was like meant the whole world for me. So thank you all so much for your support, for your commenting, and for your suggestions. Even though it seems like that, but they have made me a better or at least different person, even if it's a small change. And everything I've learned with Mr. Switch, I will gather and use in my life from now on. I have learned so much, not just about the technical stuff, how you produce videos, how you do live streams, how you, I don't know, fly airplanes, I learned there, but also a lot about community, which sounds weird and I can't really explain why, but I mean, it was a really important experience, I think, at least for me, and I will take a lot with it from now on. But yeah, I don't want to step on a grave. I mean, this channel had its time, but now they're like over, and I don't want to like work with something that's half dead. I hope you understand what I mean. So yeah, I'm just continuing the channel. I'm not gonna delete it, because I think deleting something out of history is completely wrong. I mean, you can't delete history, and I want it to be out there so it can be seen, it can be worked with, it can be maybe even inspiring. But I don't want to delete work I have done. So that's basically the reason. I'm gonna leave it out there. I'm gonna put a disclaimer that this channel is discontinued, and I'm not gonna work with it. Not gonna log onto it, but I'm not gonna delete it. And yeah, that is basically the future for Mr. Switch. That is what my future will look like. Well, at least on YouTube, not in the real life, but that is my new channel you just saw. And yeah, that is the update, what I have been doing in the past 2 years. Well, of course not all, but what I have been doing that I can say right now here in the past 2 years, and how the project My Computer looked like. And yeah, no, it has a happy ending. And so I want the channel Mr. Switch to have a happy ending too. So after 30 minutes, I will now close this stream, and therefore the chapter Mr. Switch. I want to thank you all so much for the support. And yeah, maybe we will see us or hear us again on the new channel. Maybe not. If not, no problem. I'm totally fine with that. And I just hope you will have a great time. Stay safe out there, stay healthy. And yeah, have a wonderful rest day and a wonderful rest of your life. I'm wishing you all the best. Well, okay, I have to do this more emotionally. It's the last time I'm gonna say it. So, for the last time, after 4 years, for the last time, I'm gonna say it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Until probably not the next time, but maybe we'll see us again. So, have a great time. I'm wishing you all the best. Many happy landings. And you're Mr. Switch. Oh well, I fucked that up. Sorry. What a great ending. No, okay. Oh, it couldn't have been better. Okay. Jesus Christ. No, okay. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'm wishing you all the best. Have a great time, have a great life. And as always, as it has been, many happy landings. You're Mr. Switch.